Morning, hello everybody, and hello to people on playback. How's everybody today? Make sure that the volume's turned. Oops, no, wrong way. Right. Hi, I just give a few minutes for people to arrive and whatever. It takes a little while for it to show up on mine, so I just wait till I can see there's a few people there. Hi, Stephen. Things all moved again. I'm going to push my... Right, there we go. Hi, everybody. This was yesterday's painting. Hi, Kate. Which I quite like, really. It looks like there's a little stream coming down the middle, and then there's a bigger river here. And I made this bit look a bit more like trees. So I quite like that one. Just get it off the thing without ripping it like I did yesterday's one. Right, that's it off of there. So that's that one. Add it to my pile. And this is the other one on the handmade caddy paper. I don't know how to say it. Hi, Mark. How is everyone today? I quite like this one as well. It's much subtler than the other one, even though I use the same colours. It's amazing how the paper makes a difference to the end product. So cancel all those. I'm going to start a new one today. I was going to do a bigger one today, but I can't find my bigger block of watercolour paper. I've put it away being tidy, unlike me, and I can't find it. So I will look later, and tomorrow I will do a bigger one. But I'm just getting my stuff ready. I'm just putting some... I don't know if you can see everything. My camera's moved for some reason. I don't know. Hi, Nathine. Natalie. Why do I want to call you Nathine? There is somebody called Nathine. Sure. Okay. And this is just my bad eyesight. Yeah. I've got this is £140 cold pressed paper and a gummed block. These are all Dr. P.H. Martin's or Missions here, and a couple of Daniel Smith's in there. And this is clean water. I've forgotten to clean my water again. Just a bit of dirty water in. It's going to end up stinking like a swamp water. When I had a cat, my cat used to come and drink my swamp water. I'm sure it wasn't good for it. What am I going to paint today? I don't know. I was going to stick to the same sort of colours I did yesterday because I quite liked that. See if it comes up different, but I thought I might try and make it a bit more yellowy. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to put a bit more of this gamboge in here. And I'm sorry, I thought I'd use a bit of this Eco Line. I don't know if this is ink or watercolour. Someone tell me. It doesn't say. Oh, it does say liquid watercolour, so it is watercolour, not ink. So, Eco Line are watercolours. There we go. Lots of people call them inks, and that's what confused me. Morning, Melanie. Thank you. That's what keeps me going, is inspiring people. I think if I can inspire people to be creative, then no matter if I do a shit painting, then it doesn't really matter, but at least I've inspired people to have a go. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Anyway. Right, what am I going to do? I could try and do a paler one. That's what I was going to do, with some darker bits in it. So this brush is, I've got no idea. So it's a cheap thing. People keep asking me about it, and I'm like, I'm not sure. I quite like it for doing abstract landscapes. This is clean water I'm putting on here. Just pretend, use your imagination. We all know. And I thought I might start off with the white today, being traditional watercolourist. Hi, Helen. So at least the white's coming up cleaner than my water. That's just the white, what do you call it? Acrylic ink. I should clean my brush before I stick it in there, shouldn't I? Yeah, it amazes me people are watching this. They should be asleep. That's supposed to be the sun, by the way. And I'm going to have a reflection of the sun. I've sort of got an idea in my head what I want to do, but whether it works out, it's going to be, I don't know. So that's the Eco Line watercolour. I'm going to put a bit of gamboge in because I love that colour. It's my favourite. Oops, maybe I shouldn't. A bit of finger painting is good. So I'm going to cough. It's hay fever, by the way. People are concerned. I'm perfectly well. Physically. Maybe not mentally, but hey. This is the yellow orc light, yellow ochre, whatever you like to call it. I'm putting a bit of peacock blue in because I can, to make it green. This is a spring landscape. Just thought I'd put a bit more white in. Usually, sometimes it pushes the colours away, but it's not. It doesn't like pushing the yellow away. It likes pushing the blue away. Which is nice to know. So if I put a bit of white here, it should push the blue that was in there away, in theory. Yes, it is. Only slightly. What should we go for now? Indian red, because I like that colour. Or should I? Yeah, just to warm it up a little bit. Because it's quite cool at the minute. Stick a bit of that there. A bit down here. And I wanted a bit of blue in the sky, but I don't want it to be like really blue. I just wanted it to be, so I'm going to mix a colour up just up here. You can see, yeah, you can see. Just to, ooh, that's blue. Still quite blue. White, put the white in. If you don't like something, cover it up. I wanted the sun to look hazy again, but when When you do it by accident, it works really nicely. When you try and do it, it doesn't work as well, but it's all right. Yeah, I like thinking of everybody all over the place watching. It's great. I think it's cool. And everyone's in the same sort of situation at the minute as well, which is, it's not cool. No, that's not cool, but it's good to support each other in that respect. You like the red? Yeah, I like that red bit. I was thinking of adding a bit of pink in, but I'm not sure. I'm being a bit cautious this morning for some reason. I don't know. Because I'll tell you why I'm being a bit cautious and not just slapping paint all over it. Because I've got this image in my head of a landscape that I need a bit of tissue. What the landscape looks like when I drive over the moors here, the dales. I've got this image in my head, and it was all like a spring morning and misty and that, but I'm not sure if I'm getting it. Anyway, I'll plod on. I'm just blotting some up because I've got loads of water and it's just going everywhere. I quite like this bit here. Hi, Mrs. T. Ooh, what to do now? Do I add pink in? Let's put a little bit of pink in. Well, it looks more red. It's not very pink, is it? I wanted a bright, like a pastel. Maybe if I mix up a pastel pink. That's supposed to look a bit like the heather. Oops. This one might work. Stick it. Oh yeah, that's the colour. I'm going to stick a bit back here. Just a little bit. My diagonals are going a different direction today. Normally I do it that way, but it's going this way. That's either made it better or ruined it, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to add some bleach and stuff in here now. Oops. Always do that. Stick the bleach on and then go, oops, maybe I shouldn't. Let's put a bit of salt on there. This looks like a tree now, so I like it. Sorry, I keep losing my voice. I like the way the trees happen. Let's do some, this is just a bamboo skewer thing. I'm just gonna make it look like there's some, oops, she flicks it all over the, no. Make it look like the foreground's got grass and then it's going up into a misty morning, sort of. I quite like, this looks a bit like a river going round. I might sort of accentuate that a bit. What do I need? Sort of a browny green. That would do. Mud colour. Just to make the horizon look flatter. Few horizontal lines. So I'm going to cough again because I've lost my voice. The trouble with it in the morning, my voice hasn't warmed up to the life. I think before I mess this up, because it's looking quite cool, I'm going to stop. I quite like the way this looks like it's trees. Something's gone wrong. What's gone wrong? Oh. For some reason I lost you then, everybody. It all went. Back. There we go. Hello, Caroline. Right, I think I finished this one. I'm going to leave it before I mess it up. And I'm going to go and I'm just going to blot up. There's a big like pool of water here. And I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick it up and it's going to fling across here and make... So I'm just getting up the big, really big pools of water. This is a big pool of water here as well, but I want it to dry like that and do its thing. It will spread out a bit more. Oh God, I can't speak today. Keep coughing. I'm sorry, it's really annoying, isn't it? It's not good to listen to someone coughing all the time. Right. Look, so messy. This was from the other painting, but I might try and incorporate it into this one. So this is the candy. I don't know how to say it. Let me show you again, everybody, because it's sorry, I'm trying to cover up my microphone when I cough. This one. There we go. That's it. I should have a glass of water with me really when I do this. I always forget. Never mind. Good, thank you, Melanie. It's supposed to look like a vibrant spring morning with a slight mist over the hills. I sort of pulled it off. I did have an image in my head, but I'm going to do the same sort of thing on this paper now. It's going to look totally different, but I'm going to have to put some darker in this side just to use that bit up. So this is clean water. I'm going to start off how I did before. This paper reacts totally different, this handmade stuff. So I'm just going to add some white. I think I did that, didn't I? Yeah, and a bit here. I'm going to be quicker doing this one because I've loosened up a bit. Thank you, Mrs. T. I don't know how I do it, I just do it. Thank you. I like colour as well. I've never been afraid to use colour. And I don't care about if colours don't go together. And if you've got a really bright painting, sometimes it's real fun. What I do with my other paintings that are really colourful. I've got really like bright colours on a painting going on, and it's like really bright and garish, and then I go and stick a really nasty colour like a dirty old shitty brown on it, and it makes it look even better. And I'm like, okay, that's good. So don't be afraid for using colour, and don't be afraid for using too much paint either. Quite a lot of people, when they do watercolour, their watercolours come out very wishy-washy, and that's because they don't use enough paint. Oh, sorry, my hair's getting there. Get it out the way. People don't use enough pigment, the paint, and it comes out looking all wishy-washy and pale. It's all right if you're going for that look, but some people start going, well, why is my painting doesn't look like yours? Your colours are so intense. And I'm like, you have to use a lot of paint. Don't be precious about it. Yeah, that explains it, Marg. It's recycled stuff. It's really, really quite papery. Well, it is paper. It's really thick. So, yeah. Well, you can have, I use tons of water as well, Mrs. T. Too much water, yeah, you have to like have a lot of water and a lot of colour as well. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It come out all wishy-washy. Add more colour. Pink. This is pretty colour. Turquoise it's come out. Could be I'm using better quality paint. No, I will do tomorrow. I will do a watercolour with my box of cheap paints. Let me show you. Be my challenge for tomorrow. I'll do a landscape with these paints, the cheaper ones and the Winsor Newton Cotman ones. I know these aren't cheap, but they're like student grade ones. And these are quite cheap to get hold of, these Van Gogh ones, however you like to say it. So tomorrow I will treat you to a cheap watercolour. Using cheap watercolour paints. It's a challenge. Thank you, Mrs. T. I'm fun to watch because I make it happen. Bam. There we go. It's because I'm impatient. What's my day like when I leave you? Well, I try and walk my dog if he wants to. Yesterday I got 100 yards down the road and decided to turn back. But I've got a really big garden and I'll probably be most of the day in the garden. Yeah, sometimes the paint dries too fast. I'm sure those paints can't be better than what you have, Marg. These are these ones. I don't know who they're by. Creelando. I think the whole set cost me like £4 or something, and I think the whole set came with about 20 colours in it, so they can't be better. You missed, Christine lost track of time and missed the painting. Oh. I did that this morning. I was fiddling around doing stuff, and then I looked at the time and went, oh no, quick, it's nearly 7:30. I'm just going to look at this for a minute because I don't know what to do next. I might add a bit of... shame I haven't got a pink pastel. I've got a purple one though. Is that purple? No, that's more blue. Lost my sandpaper. I'm going to put a bit of sandpaper here. I think I covered up that dark edge quite well. Thank you, Christine. And then also talking about, I was talking about what I do for the rest of the day after I've done this. Then I'll go in the garden, and then in the afternoon I might go and paint a bit, see what happens. Might have a nap. Trying not to have a nap because then I don't sleep very well. This is just a bamboo barbecue skewer thing. I'm going to add a little bit of bleach to this because I want it to look a bit like trees. So it doesn't act the same on this paper. Oh no, that's not the bleach, that's why. That's soapy water. Anyway, I put soapy water there. This is the bleach. There's a little bit here as well. Some here. See, I get carried away with it. That might end up looking like trees, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Mrs. T. There. I don't think I'm going to touch that anymore because it's looking quite nice. I love this, the pinky bits I've put in. It does a bit look like heather in my head up on the dales. She said she wasn't going to touch it. I was just making it look a bit grassy. Stop messing about with it. And I'm hoping when that's dry it's going to look a bit more like trees. Do you like my pointy stick? I'm just catching up with the chat. Right, yeah. So that's it. This is the other one. Let me show you the other one again. I'll try not to spill it everything everywhere. That's the other one. That's quite bright actually, looking at it. Can you see? Sort of. Put it under the camera. There's some nice stuff happening there, especially there. And it smells really bleachy. Maybe that's what's making me cough. I don't know. Right, guys. Have a lovely day and thank you so much for joining me. And tomorrow I will find my big block of... Oh, look, I've got watercolour in my hair now. I will find my big block of paper and I will use my cheap paints just to show you that you can do it with cheap paints. You don't have to have what I've got exactly. I was just looking for the lid to that because I know I'm going to spill it. Anyway, take care everybody and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.